Good morning. In the earlier lecture, we discussed variables, type of variables used in Fortran, integer variable, real variable, and character variable. There is one more way to specify these variables, and that is using this implicit statement. Implicit statement is used for specifying different types of variables in a single statement. The format is this: type to specify integer variables. We used the word integer followed by list of variables separated by commas. After that, to declare real variables, we used the word real followed by list of real variables separated by comma. And for character variables, the word character followed by list of character variables. We also know the rules for writing the names of the variables. One more way is there. If we want to specify integer, real, and character variables, we need three different statements. Let us suppose that you don't want to use three different statements. You want to use a single statement. The way is here: implicit. Type, maybe integer, maybe real, maybe character. Maybe integer, maybe real, maybe character. Maybe integer, maybe real, maybe character. Let us have few examples of this. Let us suppose I have written this statement. Let us see what is meaning of this. Implicit statement. It declares three variables: integer variables, real variables, character variables. Now, what are integer variables? Integer variables are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the variables starting with alphabet H, I, J, K, L are integer variables. Real variables A, B, C, The variables starting with alphabets A or B or C or D or A, B, C, D will all be real variables. And X, Y, Z. The variables starting with alphabets X, Y or Z will be the character variables. Here I have specified here H, I, J, K, L. The variables starting with these alphabets will be taken as integer variables. What is the default rule for integer variables? The variables starting with I, J, K, L, M, N are always taken as integer variables by Fortran editor. Okay. In addition to these, the variables specified by integer starting with any of these alphabets are also taken as integer variables by the Fortran editor. We can have so many examples for declaration of various types of variables by using the implicit statement. This is one more way of declaration of variables in Fortran. This is what I wanted to add in the last article, variables in Fortran. After variables in Fortran, what next comes is arithmetic expressions. The next article is arithmetic expressions in Fortran. You know different types of arithmetic operations. For example, name of the arithmetic operation and the symbol for that operation. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, symbols. The general arithmetic operations we use in algebra are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponentiation. For addition purpose, the symbol used is this. This is the same symbol we use in general algebra. For subtraction, the symbol used is this negative sign, minus sign. The same symbol we use in general algebra. Asterisk. This is what this symbol is named as asterisk. This asterisk in Fortran is used for multiplication. In general algebra, we use this symbol for multiplication. Whereas in Fortran, we are going to use asterisk for multiplication purpose. Slash. This slash is used for division purpose. Two asterisks are used for exponentiation. So whenever we want to work out various arithmetic operations, we may need to write various arithmetic expressions. These arithmetic expressions are written to perform various arithmetic operations, including addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, exponentiation, etc. etc. So, with the help of these symbols, we can write arithmetic expressions. But while writing arithmetic expressions in Fortran, certain rules are there which we have to follow whenever we write arithmetic expressions in Fortran. We have to follow certain rules. The rules which are to be followed while writing the arithmetic expressions in Fortran are, remember these things: name of the arithmetic operation, symbols used for various arithmetic operations, and now how to write these arithmetic expressions using these various symbols for these corresponding arithmetic operations. Let us write the rules. The first rule is no two symbols of arithmetic operations should be used successively. These symbols are known as operator. So let me call symbols as operators. No two symbols of arithmetic operation should be used successively. No two symbols, no two operators should be used successively. Successive use of these symbols in any expression is not allowed. First rule. Second rule. Second, what is second? Read. Symbol for an operation to be performed should be explicitly specified in the expression. For example, in general algebra, we consider this as A into B. If you write this way, in Fortran, this is wrong. Then how to write? A into B. The asterisk is the sign for multiplication. This is the correct way. So, whenever you want to perform any operation in an expression, this symbol should be explicitly, clearly specified in the arithmetic expression. Otherwise, if you specify this way, it is invalid in Fortran. This is the valid way in Fortran. One more thing. A into minus B. 4 multiplied by minus 5. We do this in general algebra. This is not allowed according to first rule, because this operator, this operator, this operator, this operator are specified successively. It is not allowed to specify them successively. So this type is not allowed, this type is not allowed in Fortran arithmetic expressions. Second one. Okay. The third one. Braces can be used anywhere in the expression, and this is the general practice, as you know. Braces, the brackets, any number of brackets as per the requirement of the arithmetic expression can be used in the arithmetic expression of Fortran. Braces, brackets are allowed. Any number of braces can be used anywhere in the expression, in the arithmetic expression, if it demands it. Next rule. Fourth rule. Before and after braces, there should be explicit use of operators. For example, this is the general way of writing A into B plus C. In general algebra, this is the common way of writing A into B plus C. This is wrong in Fortran. Then how to write this? Here you have to write A into B plus C. So before the bracket, operator should be there between this A and this bracket. If nothing is there after this bracket, there is no need to write the operator after the bracket. But if something is there, this way, A into B plus C into D, this way is wrong in Fortran. Here you have to again use the multiplication sign. This is the correct way of writing. This is the correct way of using the braces, the brackets in arithmetic expression. Okay, so before the braces and after the braces, proper operator, proper symbol of an arithmetic operation should be explicitly used. There should be explicit use of the operator before and after the braces. This is the fourth rule. And the fifth rule is every opening brace should have a corresponding closing brace. For example, if you are having two opening braces, there should be two closing braces. If you have three opening braces and only two closing braces, this is wrong. So number of opening braces should be equal to number of closing braces. So while writing the arithmetic expressions in Fortran, we have to remember these 5 rules. With the help of these 5 rules, we can write any arithmetic expression in the Fortran. Before these rules, we have talked about the symbols used for various arithmetic operations. These symbols must be used in the arithmetic expressions to explicitly represent that operation in the corresponding arithmetic expression. And we have to use these 5 rules. I will read once more. No two symbols of arithmetic operation should used successively. For example, this is wrong. You cannot write this way because two symbols used here are in succession. They are used consecutively. It is not allowed. First rule. Second rule, symbol for operation to be performed should be explicitly specified in the expression. A into B into C. This is wrong. What is correct? A into B into C. This is the correct way of writing the expression. Third rule, braces can be used anywhere in an expression. For example, A into B plus C divided by D. I have used the braces here. I have used the brackets here. Okay. Before and after the braces, before the brace, after the brace. Before the bracket, after the bracket, there should be explicit use of operator. Operator is shown here, operator is shown here. It is must, it is compulsory. If you do not write this way, the expression will be wrong. For example, if I write this as A into B plus C divided by D, this is wrong. Because here I have not used the operator for any arithmetic operation. So this way of writing the arithmetic expression is wrong. And what is the last one? Every opening brace should have a corresponding closing brace. Opening brace, closing brace. So these 5 rules are to be always observed, are to be always obeyed while writing the arithmetic expressions in Fortran language. Okay, so this is about the arithmetic expressions. What arithmetic expressions we can perform in Fortran, what symbols, what operators are to be used to perform these operations, and what are the rules for writing the arithmetic operations in Fortran. Then, what are the rules of solving the arithmetic expressions? That is known as hierarchy of operations. In the same article, in arithmetic expressions only, we have to go for hierarchy of operations. Hierarchy of operations. Once we write the arithmetic expression, this needs to be solved. We wrote the arithmetic expression using the symbols which are valid in Fortran. We have observed all the 5 rules so that the arithmetic expression will not be invalid, it will be valid arithmetic expression. Then we have to solve this arithmetic expression. There are precedence rules for solving the arithmetic expressions, which is also known as hierarchy of operations. Precedence rules of solving an arithmetic expression. This is also known as hierarchy of operations. There are certain rules for hierarchy of operations. There are precedence rules for solving an arithmetic operation. What these rules are? First one, the part of the expression inside the bracket should be solved first. So whenever you are going to solve an expression, what is the first rule? Bracketed part of the expression has the first priority. whatever part of expression is present in the bracket is to be solved first. Then second. Second priority is given to exponentiation. Whenever we are given any arithmetic expression, the bracketed part should be solved first. It has first priority. After that, if exponentiation is there, this exponentiation has second priority. Then after exponentiation, multiplication and division has third priority. So whenever you are going to solve arithmetic expression, bracketed part should be solved first. Then exponential is worked out. After that, if multiplication or division or both are there, these are to be performed. And addition or subtraction, or addition and subtraction has the last priority. So whenever we come across any arithmetic expression and we are asked to solve that arithmetic expression, what first thing we should do? Bracketed part should be solved first. Then exponential, if it is there, it is performed. Then multiplication or division or both are performed. And finally, addition or subtraction is. These are the precedence rules or hierarchy, H-I-E-R-A-R-C-H-Y, hierarchy of operations in an arithmetic expression. Okay, so this should be remembered. Actually, we did not require to remember this. This is remembered by the Fordon editor. Fordon editor remembers this hierarchy of operations or these precedence rules. But while we are constructing the arithmetic expressions, we must know these rules. These precedence rules are this hierarchy of operations. Now what left from this article is the integer mode of arithmetic expressions, real mode of arithmetic expressions, and mixed mode of arithmetic expressions. In arithmetic expressions, what part left from this article is the integer mode of arithmetic expressions, the real mode of arithmetic expressions, and the mixed mode of arithmetic expressions. Integer mode. integer mode, real mode, third one is mixed mode. Modes of arithmetic expressions. There are three modes of arithmetic expressions. Integer mode of arithmetic expressions, real mode of arithmetic expressions, and mixed mode of arithmetic expressions. What is meaning of integer mode of arithmetic expressions? If the arithmetic expression involves only integer constants and integer variables, that expression is known as integer mode arithmetic expression. For example, this is an expression, arithmetic expression. 2 is integer, I integer variable. 2 integer constant, integer constant, integer constant, integer constant. Integer variable, integer variable, integer variable, integer variable. I, J, K, L, M, N. If name of variable is starting with I or I, J, K, L, M, N, with one of these alphabets, that will be integer variable. So this expression has integer constants and integer variable, and therefore this mode of arithmetic expression is known as integer mode of arithmetic expression, and its result will be integer. Its result will be integer. For example, nine divided by 2. 9 is integer, 2 is integer. What is 9 by 2? You will immediately write 4.5. 9 divided by 2, you will immediately write 4.5. This is wrong. Why? Whenever you have integer mode of arithmetic expression, its result will be integer. There is no truncation. There is no rounding off. Truncation will be there, and the correct answer is only 4. This 0.5 is truncated, simply cut, not rounded off. So 9 by 2 is 4. It is integer division. Such expression is known as integer mode arithmetic expression. Now, let us go for example of real mode. Let us observe this equation. Now 2.0 real mode A, it is not from IJKLMN, so it is real variable. 3 point real variable, real constant, real variable, real constant, real constant, real variable, and therefore its answer should be real constant. Go to the same example. 9.0 divided by 2.0 is 4.5. 9.0 is real variable divided by 2.0 real constant. 9.0 real constant, 2.0 real constant. Real constant by real constant, answer should be real. This is example of real mode of arithmetic expression. And the third one, mixed mode. 2 into A into R into Z divided by M into 3.0 plus 50 point into 2aij divided by m into 3 plus 50 into c cube. What is the expression? 2aij divided by m into 3.0 plus 50 into c cube. Integer, real, integer, 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 real, 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 integer. This is mixed mode of arithmetic expression. And what should be result of mixed mode arithmetic expression? Result of mixed mode arithmetic expression should be real. We shall go to the same example. 9 divided by 2.0. 9 is integer constant. 2.0 is a real constant. What should be result of mixed mode arithmetic expression? It should be real, and therefore answer of this is 4.5. So these are the three ways of arithmetic expressions, three modes of arithmetic expressions. Integer mode of arithmetic expression, this way. Real mode of arithmetic expression, this way. Mixed mode of arithmetic expression, this way. Integer mode of arithmetic expression has only integer constants and integer variables, and the result is integer. Real mode of arithmetic expression can use only real variables and real constants, and its result will be real as shown. Finally, mixed mode arithmetic expression uses real as well as integer variables, real constants as well as integer constants. It is mixing of integer and real constants and variables, but the result is always real, which is shown. This is about the arithmetic expressions in Fortran. While starting the second chapter, by mistake, I wrote name of third chapter, control statements. Name of second chapter is not control statements. It is scientific programming. Please make this change. Name of second chapter, we started is scientific programming. Actually, you have the syllabus. You have a PDF of syllabus of this paper. Okay. We have started second chapter after completing the algorithm and flow chart, and name of second chapter is scientific programming. While starting the character set of Fortran, by mistake I have written name of third chapter, control statements. It is wrong. Replace that name, control statement, with scientific programming, because name of second chapter in Fortran paper is scientific programming. Okay, so this is the fourth article of scientific programming chapter, that is the arithmetic expression, and in arithmetic expressions we discussed each and every thing required in detail. Hope you understood. In the next lecture we shall start the new article. Thank you.